fear, some follow-up question, are we in fear of splitting the focus as, I know we're not teabaggers, but teabaggers versus Republicans?
I think that will all come together eventually, because we've, if nothing else, we will form some kind of coalition between the different patriotic groups and the party itself, because we believe in the same things. Now, I got to admit, I'm not really fond of the Republican Party the way it is today, but the only way we're going to fix that is to get involved and change that. That's a separate issue, that's a separate campaign, that's a separate fight. As far as activism is concerned, there's more liberal activism out there because it's taught in college. College kids learn activism in the social studies and political science classes, and social science and political sciences classes. So, I mean, it's no mistake, or the fact that something like Facebook came out of a college where it's a liberal college, and the guys that are behind Facebook and Google are very liberal, because the social media is what they learn, what they do. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to, when we were busy building businesses, raising families, communities in our own ways, they were organizing. So we're going to have to start organizing, and that's what this is about. And hopefully this is the jumping off point, because it just starts here, it doesn't finish here. This is the first fight, and it's the most visible fight. The next one could be for the party, it could be for the school board seat, it could be for an assembly seat, but you have to get behind people that can do what needs to be done, and that's why we're here today.
Thank you. Next we have John. John, you always spoke, now you're up.
Yes, sir.
Steve, a comment more than a question, and I'm going to try to use my happy voice. My wife pointed out to me that I sounded awfully angry the last time that I asked the question, and I apologize for that. I think it's a misnomer that Carly Fiorina is well-funded, and I don't think you should put forth this idea because it's not true. Currently, Boxer, by most estimates, has about 3 to 4 times the money Carly does. Now, Meg is a billionaire, and she's doing fine for money, but when Meg's spokesmen are actually saying, give your money to Carly, know that she needs it, we have a chance to knock off Barbara Boxer if we can raise enough money.
I'm not putting down Carly here. I know she's made a significant contribution, and I know she's raising money, but in the up-ticket races, they have more money than the down-ticket races. That's the point I'm trying to make. And while the focus is up there, and the national money is basically going up, the party money is going up ticket. So we as individuals have to help the quote-unquote down-ticket races and the congressional races where the party isn't even looking where we've got opportunities in congressional races, but because the party, the way it stands right now, you weren't dubbed as one of the party favorites, so you're not going to get the money. And so those are the ones we have to put our time and energy into if they're winnable. And I like your happy voice.
Steve, I just wanted to mention something we've overlooked here, and that's Rick Tubbs. Rick, raise your hand. Rick is running for Congress in the 7th. He's in the 7th district, and he's also came the furthest because he's from back. Welcome.
Help the 7th district with phone calling. They can drop ship literature. You can help stuff envelopes. There's a lot of things you don't have to be there. That's where the virtual volunteering comes in, thanks to the internet. So don't think you just can do it locally. You can do it globally. Yes, sir.
Hello, my name is Fraser again, and I'm president of a chapter of Students for Liberty at California State University in Sacramento. I'm a libertarian cousin. So for starters, if you'd like to help drive stake into the heart of evil, I need some resources. But my question was, you were talking mostly about campaigns with candidates. What about how would your advice apply to a campaign for a bill?
Initiative petitions, that sort of thing?
Yes.
Basically, it goes the same way. You need signatures. But after that, it's campaigning. You need to get out and inform the public. You can knock on doors and tell them about your issues. You can call them up and tell them about your issues. What happens is most people just allow the media to do the work for them. Hopefully the media will do the work for them. But the more actively involved you get, the more you make it personal with the people you're talking to, the more likely you are to get them to come over to your side.
Okay. And my other question was I heard you say that it's best to keep the candidate away from the press and instead have the press secretary and the manager speak to them.
Yeah, you don't want your candidate sandbagged by the people.
Okay.
So one of my old tricks, I'll tell everybody, is, you're walking down the hall with your candidate, suddenly somebody pops out of a closet or something and goes, hey, and asks you a question. And first thing I do is step in front of them and say, we're on the way to the restroom. Can you give us just a minute? Now, whether we're going to the restroom or not, that's the next stop. And what we do is we form the question, we form the answer, and when he leaves the restroom, he's ready for the press. So you take away that opportunity to sandbag the client.
This will close out the questioning now. I hope that everyone will have a chance to take time before you leave to talk to the candidate, and if you're inclined, to sign up to help that candidate. The big thing is, we've talked about, it's not good enough just to come to meetings. The important thing is to go out and volunteer, get